All right, to talk more on this, senior sports journalist Rakesh Rao joins us from Delhi, and you're also joined by DD India's Dipikka from Colombo. Rakesh ji, welcome to DD India. Appreciate you giving us your precious time. We'll go to Dipikka also, but Rakesh ji, first I'll come to you. Based on recent performances, player form and historical dominance, India, you think, are heavy favourites for the clash?
Without a doubt. Because Indians seem to be a very, it's a very resourceful sort of a side. We know that Pakistan depends so much on spin, but we have not only spinners, we have fast bowlers, we have top class, like top order, like ladies there. The middle order looks solid. So Indians seem to be, like prepared for a challenge like this. And Pakistan, on the other hand, of course, they have some good, their top order looks okay to me. The openers have to click because unless they score, the spinners don't come into play at all. So they want the top, players to do well. Their middle order, there's only one all-rounder there. Otherwise, the team looks pretty, like half-cooked. But 50-over format, their chances dwindle even more because if the same teams have to meet over, say, 20 overs, I think that will be, the match is likely to be closer. But 50 overs, I think Indians are overwhelming favourites.
Yeah, India won against Sri Lanka comprehensively in their first game, while Pakistan lost to Bangladesh. Dipikka, first of all, tell us about the weather there in Colombo. Match between Australia and Sri Lanka was washed out yesterday. What is the rain prediction today?
Abhishek, when we talk about the weather here, you can see it is partly cloudy now. However, an hour ago, it was bright and super sunny and hot and humid. But right now, the weather is changing as the hour passes by. The rain prediction says that there are 35% chances of rain here. And also, that can lead to a toss delay, which means that the toss can happen at 3 o'clock. And that eventually means that the match may start at 3:30 if we go by the predictions. And there are rain predictions in the second innings as well, whosoever takes the second innings, because there are 30 to 35% chances. Now, such was the weather condition yesterday itself, but it started raining at 1 o'clock and it ended at 9:30 p.m. That led to an eventual washout of the entire match between Sri Lanka and Australia, and both the teams ended sharing 1 point each. Now, today, for both the teams, they have to at least play 20 overs if the overs are reduced because of the rain condition. But now, talking about the current condition, it is partly cloudy. Now, remains to be seen that if the weather predictions are really correct, then we can see a toss delay as well.
Okay, Dipikka, also, how's the buzz there in Colombo? We saw you talking to the youngsters. How excited are the fans?
We have with us one of the fans who's come all the way from Gujarat to support Team India, and he's been really excited. And before that also, we had a word with few of the Indian fans who came all the way from India to celebrate this match, and they are super sure that India is going to win this match. First of all, let's talk to you, sir. You've come all the way from Gujarat. How excited are you for the match?
भारत की महिला शक्ति को प्रमोट करने के लिए, उनको मोटिवेट करने के लिए, उनका उत्साहवर्धन करने के लिए टीम का हम यहाँ आए हैं, कोलंबो आए हैं ताकि वो मोटिवेट होए। और हम चाहते हैं कि भारत की विजय हो और बहुत अच्छी रनों के साथ विजय हो। और वैसे हर मैच में हम आते रहते हैं और इस टीम को मोटिवेट करते रहते हैं। मैडम, अभी मैम बेसिकली वी आर फ्रॉम राजस्थान बट कमिंग फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद, और कल रात को आए हैं और बड़ी उत्सुक साथ मैच में अभी इंतजार कर रहे हैं मैच का शुरू होने का।
All right, so there you heard Abhishek, and before half an hour ago also, we had an interaction with the fans who came all the way from India to, support Team India. And interestingly, they also bought the tickets for this match. However, this match later on, it was made free for everybody so that more and more number of fans can come here and support their respective teams. But yes, the enthusiasm is really high among the Indian fans as well to support Team India, and especially praise and love is showering for Smriti Mandhana.
All right, Dipikka, stay with us. We'll come back to you. But meanwhile, Rakesh ji, Pakistan's, you think, biggest problem is their batting. They were bowled out for 129 by Bangladesh on Thursday. They do have batters in form, Sidra Amin, Muniba Ali. They have been especially good over the last few months. But Pakistan batters you think don't have a history of batting consistently against top quality bowling, which is what India possess. Is that the biggest difference between both the sides?
Abhishek, see, in the last game, if you see that they batted first.
Yeah.
And without the like the pressure of the scoreboard, they just collapsed to in a heap for 129. So what I'm trying to see here is that look, this is a team which depends so heavily on the top order. They don't have depth. They have all-rounders, all right, but as I said, they look half-cooked. So they're still on. Of course, the team has a young skipper. Some of the players are older, more experienced, and the captain has the job to take them along. But for the captain to do her job, she needs runs on the board because she is their main spinner. So again, when you look at the team, you want to see that that the team has enough runs on the board. That has been the bane of this particular team. But if you look at how they made it to the World Cup, I mean, they played the qualifiers at home. They won all the matches. So at home, they look pretty solid. But unless pitch assists spin, they look a very ordinary side.
Dipikka, Pakistan have never beaten India in 11 ODIs. They haven't even got close. India have always won by at least 80 runs or 5 wickets. Do we expect the same today?
This is the expectation of the fans, of the analysts and the players as well. But also we have to remember the fact which the bowling coach also mentioned yesterday in the pre-match press conference, that we don't have to be complacent at all. And Team India is really focused in each and every game, be it Pakistan, against which Team India has an 11-0 lead in ODI format, and in T20 as well. They've got an upper hand, but also for other matches also. Because this match not only gives India an opportunity to win, but also better their own net run rate, which will help them in further matches, because the real challenge lies ahead. But before that, when we asked the bowling coach that how the teams are preparing for it, or if they are taking this match lightly, he said not at all. The teams are really analyzing their performance, and they do so even after the practice sessions. They did that even after winning against Sri Lanka in their opening encounter, and they are preparing really well. And also, if we talk about the playing 11, we are expecting, because India's bowling department is really strong, which is aiming to crush the batting department of Pakistan. So when we talk about the playing 11 also, we are also expecting the coming in of Renuka Singh Thakur, who's taken almost 35 wickets in ODI format. We are also expecting a very blistering performance from Deepti as well. And also interestingly, Abhishek, Deepti is 7 wickets away to make it 150. And if she achieves this feat in this entire Cricket World Cup tournament, she will she will make a new record for herself, and especially for Team India in their bowling. They all are all-rounders. So this will be another record. And similarly, we are also expecting a record from Smriti Mandhana as well, because she is just 104 runs away to make the 5,000 international runs. And once she achieves this feat, she becomes the 5th batter to achieve this feat in the international ODI format. And so is Harmanpreet Kaur, who is just 103 runs away to make 1,000 international runs for herself. And with this, she will also become the 2nd Indian batter to do so. So, having such sort of records, Team India is looking strong in all the departments, but at the same time, they are not at all complacent. Considering the game against Team Pakistan, we may expect some of the changes. Renuka Singh coming in and Amanjot Kaur along with Sneh Rana being rested, considering the real challenge that lies ahead. But Team India is very much prepared to take on Team Pakistan today.
Absolutely, Dipikka. And to add to that, Sneh Rana, she has 15 wickets at an average of 14 at this ground. But Rakeshji, Dipikka spoke about changes in the playing 11. Amanjot, she's saying she is not fit. She did well in the last game. Renuka Singh Thakur, you think she'll be part of the 11 today because she was rested in the last game?
It depends on the surface. If it has rained and there is like moisture, and I mean, of course, Renuka is one of the key players in the scheme of things. So it just depends on what Avishkar Salvi feels like, because if the surface, I mean, it's quite clear that the surface is covered because of the threat from rain. So obviously there'll be enough there, and once the teams have a look at it, Yes, inclusion of Renuka looks almost inevitable. Should we, look at the conditions there? But if it is a spinning surface, then of course we can actually go with the same combination. But I think Renuka should get a game or two before the matches against the big teams.
Deepika, how's the surface looking like? How do you think the pitch would behave here looking at the conditions? Rain means moisture would be there.
It's a high-scoring pitch at our Premadasa Cricket Stadium here in Colombo that assists the spinners later on because the pitch deteriorates afterwards. But if, considering the rain conditions, the team who will win the toss will definitely choose to bowl first because that's going to be a real task. And if the overs are reduced, then of course it would be difficult to stop the other team because the pitch is flatter, and with the rain, it will further become flatter and assist the spin-friendly conditions as well. So let's also wait for the weather conditions to turn on because again, as we are speaking, it is getting darker and it is getting more cloudy here, Abhishek.
All right, so if it is getting cloudy, Rakesh ji, it's better if you win the toss, you'll bowl first?
Looks obvious, because if you have the conditions which are, seemingly overcast, obviously any team would like to do that. And in case of a rain or whatever, the team batting second will always have the advantage of knowing how much to score in how much time.
Right, and also Rakesh ji, I mean, do you see this as just another group game? I mean, whatever has happened in the past, whatever has happened in the Asia Cup in men's cricket, is it like that, or is it always more than cricket when India meets Pakistan?
Abhishek, in my view, if you just look at the state of affairs at the moment, the turn of events, it has actually helped Women's World Cup. Whatever has happened in Asia Cup,
More viewership.
Beyond that, there's nothing more to it because this is going to be a mismatch. And all these yagya, you don't need yagya for this. Seriously, I mean, for India to beat Pakistan and this Pakistan team, let me repeat, the gulf between the men's teams in ODI is less than the gulf between these two teams when it comes to the Women's World Cup, because the Indian women are far, far superior to this unit. So you don't need to pray, you don't have to do much, just believe in your abilities and you're going to win. So all these visuals that you see, I mean, honestly, I for one, I believe that this is just for the camera. Once the camera is switched off, everything else is also put off. So the point is that when we see Indians playing like Women's World Cup, the stakes are much higher against, different, like teams like Australia, England and all. Not the Asian teams in particular. I'll rather include New Zealand as well there, because these are the four teams look forward to, because these are the four teams which are likely to make it to the top four, because the format supports stronger teams, because each one gets to play 7 games, each team. And if you have it in you should be in the top 4. So I don't see any other Asian team besides India making it to the, semi-finals. So in that context, this match, should we have a full game, India should get full points.
All right, stay with us, Deepika and Rakesh ji. We'll come back to you.